It's more than just a way to get from place to place. It's an experience, rare and unbounded. It's streaking through endless skies, far above the frustrations of earthbound travelers. It's the perfect union of old-world craftsmanship and modern-day technology. For now, even in an age of mass production, only a limited number are made each year, carefully, by hand. Bellanca Aircraft's heritage dates back to 1912, when Giuseppe Bellanca built his first airplane. It not only flew, but made aviation history by cruising at 100 miles per hour with a tiny 38 horsepower engine. In the years to follow, Bellanca continued to make aviation history. He built the first successful cabin plane that won 13 first prizes in national and international air meets. He built the second plane to cross the Atlantic just 2 weeks behind Lindbergh. He built the first plane to successfully cross the Pacific. Later, Bellanca introduced the first light plane with retractable landing gear. Certainly, Bellanca has spearheaded many important developments in aviation. But one thing has never changed. Today's Bellancas are built in much the same way as Giuseppe's earliest airplanes. Slowly, individually, by concerned and careful craftsmen who aren't content to just build flying machines, but are dedicated to building aircraft unequaled in quality and performance. The Bellanca is built around a hand-welded tubular steel fuselage. It's much stronger than standard aluminum construction, and much safer too. And strong steel tubing surrounds the pilot and passengers with the same kind of safety afforded by a roll bar. After each weld is carefully checked for alignment and strength, the fuselage is ready to receive component parts. Many of the parts are created right in the Bellanca shop, custom made to fit each individual airplane perfectly. And that stamp means the part has passed a rigid quality control inspection. The Bellanca Viking's outer surface incorporates the advantages of 4 different materials: metal, wood, fiberglass, and Dacron. The result is unmatched for strength, durability, and resistance to corrosion and damage. Because the Bellanca is handmade, you're invited to share in planning the look and function of your aircraft. From selecting the textures and colors of Viking's exquisite interior, to defining the prop, avionics, and perhaps a ski tube or personal telephone, the result is virtually a custom-built aircraft. You can choose from dozens of exterior color combinations. And whatever your choice, you can be certain it won't chip, fade, or discolor. Because Bellanca uses brilliant polyurethane paints, backed up by 8 coats of bonding and primer materials. The Viking's wing is an excellent example of Bellanca's care and craftsmanship. It's shaped from over 1,800 pieces of Sitka, spruce, and mahogany. And each piece is carefully checked to ensure the perfection of the grain and the strength of the lamination. The work is meticulous and demanding, and requires a high degree of skill and dedication to excellence. But one look at a Viking wing convinces you that extra time and extra effort is a small price to pay for this rare statement of pride and workmanship. Obviously, the Viking wing is unlike any other. There's not a wrinkle, a rivet, or a seam anywhere on its surface. It's perfectly smooth, perfectly aerodynamic, and incredibly strong, too. The Viking's wing weighs only 230 pounds, yet it can withstand the force of up to 3 tons along its length. And the constant flexing of flight will never cause it to fatigue. The Viking reflects the very essence of unqualified excellence. Its interior is like none other, truly luxurious, rich with elegant appointments that provide remarkable personal comfort. With Viking's superb styling and precise handling, you know she's equally built for speed and performance. The Viking has been described as the perfect blend of old-world craftsmanship and modern-day technology. Flying Magazine said of the Viking, the ailerons are unequaled in their sensitivity, smoothness, and effectiveness by any U.S. light plane. And the elevator is never heavy, but always powerful. Private Pilot said, it's the super feeling of the plane. It becomes an extension of your slightest wish. A small movement, and it rolls smoothly into a bank. The powerful elevators and rudder answer your every input with precise feel and action. Pilots who own and fly the Viking often equate its precise handling to that of a sports car. The handling is complemented by its speed. Because whether you choose the Super Viking or the Turbo Viking, you're getting one of the fastest aircraft in its class. It took professional aerobatic pilot Jimmy Franklin to take the Viking to its limit. Bellanca is certainly more than just a way to get from place to place. It's an experience. And if you're a pilot who finds joy in flying an aircraft built with diligent care and quality, you will appreciate the prestige and pride that's yours only when you fly and own a Bellanca.